This is part 2 to what if Naruto had all 9 tailed beasts. Let's get right into it. 5 years had passed, and the Akatsuki still hadn't found their way back to the Land of Fire. They had been teleported to the Land of Lightning by Minato. They didn't know how to get back to the Land of Fire, so they were stuck there for the time being. Back in the Leaf Village, Naruto had been scolded for being a Jinchuriki. He didn't know why no one would talk to him, and why people wouldn't interact with him. This put Naruto into a state of depression. Any little thing could set him off, and his rage would wake up the tailed beast inside of him, and he would become violent towards the Leaf Village. He did make a couple friends in the village. Their names were Hinata Yuga and Shikamaru Nara. They were all put into the academy around the same time. They would calm Naruto down when he would start to let the power of the tailed beast take over. One day in class, they did a sparring lesson, and Naruto got paired up with Rock Lee. Lee was cocky going into the fight, stating this is going to be easy. Naruto was angry because of the statement. Also, Naruto was tired of being disrespected and not being respected, so he decided to let the voices of the tailed beast take over. The fight started with Lee hitting Naruto with a leaf hurricane. The attack knocked Naruto to the ground. It took a minute for Naruto to get up, so Iruka Sensei was going to call the match. Before he had the chance, Naruto had quickly stood up and attacked Lee with a sand attack. Lee was buried under the sand, and the students looked over at Naruto. He had the one-tailed cloak activated. Iruka called the match, and Naruto continued his day like nothing happened. He couldn't even remember what happened in the fight. After school, Iruka rushes to the Hokage's office and informed Hashirama that Naruto had been taken over by the one-tailed beast Shikaku. Hashirama found Jiraiya and told him that Naruto couldn't be kept in the village unless he learned how to control the tailed beast. Jiraiya agreed and asked Minato if he could take him and Naruto to Mount Myoboku for training. Minato then agreed, so they set out to Mount Myoboku to start training. When they arrived at Mount Myoboku, they talked to the toads and about training Naruto to use Sage Mode, and how to control the tailed beast inside of him. They explained that Naruto would have to befriend the tailed beast by himself if he wanted to eventually control him. After hearing this, Naruto tried getting the tailed beast to respond to him. 3 of the tailed beasts were quick to trust him and let him control their chakra. The 3 tailed beasts were the 2-tail Matatabi, the 4-tail Son Goku, and the 8-tail. Even with only 3 of the tailed beasts' chakra, he had surpassed that of the second Hokage, Tobirama. Naruto didn't know what else he had to do to earn the rest of the tailed beast's trust, but the 3-tailed had trusted him, got the rest of the tailed beasts to trust him, except for 2 of them. The 2 that still didn't accept him were the 1-tailed Shikaku and the 9-tailed Kurama. They didn't think that he was worthy of their chakra. After earning 7 of the tailed beasts' trust, Naruto started his Sage Mode training. It took a long time, but he eventually mastered the Sage Mode after about 6 years. Naruto didn't know why he never met his mother, so he asked Jiraiya Sensei what happened to her. Jiraiya explained the whole story to Naruto. After the story, Naruto was outraged and he set out to track down members of the Akatsuki. The first Akatsuki member he found was Kisame. When he found Kisame, he instantly attacked him with all he had. But soon after he started fighting with Kisame, Obito used his Kamui to teleport to where Kisame was fighting. Naruto seen Obito and summoned shadow clones while he was entering Sage Mode. Obito then realized that Naruto had befriended the tailed beast and learned Sage Mode, so he hit Naruto with a Susanoo and then used Kamui to get out of the area to regroup with the rest of the Akatsuki. Naruto had been hurt badly from the Susanoo. He thought he was going to die, but then all of a sudden he started healing himself and was confused on what was happening. Then he heard the voice of the other 2 tailed beasts, Kurama and Shikaku. They used their chakra to heal him and give him enough power to get back to Minato and Jiraiya. When Naruto returned, he had to rest. While he was resting, Jiraiya talked to the toads of Mount Myoboku about how they could get Naruto even stronger. Then they repeated what they had said before about him having to befriend all the tailed beasts. Soon Naruto woke up from rest and told Jiraiya and Minato how Kurama and Shikaku saved him. Then they told Naruto to speak to all the tailed beasts and get them to train him. Naruto reached out to the tailed beasts and they all agreed to train him. But they had one condition. The condition was that he had to avenge his mother after he reached max strength. Naruto agreed. They taught him how to go into cloak mode whenever he wanted, and how to go into full tailed beast mode. This took Naruto years to complete, but when he finally finished, they taught him how to use the tailed beast bomb at full power. That is where I'm going to leave off episode 2. Stay tuned, part 3 is coming.